You might be watching Thursday Night Football, not much of a game, looking for some action, looking for some offense. Well, have no fear. Sportswire Radio is back, and well, we may be on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Our guest is figurative and literally on the road. I haven't done one of these in a while. It's been a hot skip at a minute since we've had a guest on the road, and we have a guest on the road. He's been a usual on Sportswire Radio, and boy, he's got a lot going on here these next 2 weekends. First of all, he's involved with one guy that's a usual on this platform who's always brought up, whose name is Sane, and I guess he kind of had his own Cain and Abel moment. I'll put that post up and explain why. And this guy, Robo Stoner, and it's involving, well, a big match and another promotion with 3 initials, WTW. And then next weekend, he's wrestling a man that always seems to be a topic on this platform. He's a TikTok influencer. He's a bearded wonder, and I'm going to get to him because, boy, that'll be a boy O'Malley of a top. Recap what happened between Rizzy and Eddy Exile, Eddy effing Exile, the triple threat himself, a man that does it all, martial arts, music, and boy, not too bad in the ring. We're going to talk about all of it, and we can see we're going to go right for the jugular because our guest, he ain't in here for no fun and games. He's on the road, and as we speak, he's on that road to a huge weekend, and he's looking at you, Robo Stoner and Justin Abel saying, and Rob O'Malley, I'm sure you're lurking somewhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go get right to it because, after all, we are in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. Well, our guest has played a huge role in that, in everything he has done for our sport. And that's why I can't wait to get this show on the road and get to that road to 1,000 subscribers. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it and give our guest, well, that effing like introduction, because after all, he's definitely going to be taking some names and some. So, we're done! Wait for it. Further ado, here on the Sports Report. Number one. Global Sports Show. I mean, you have seen him taking names up and down the underground wrestling circuit, coming off a successful victory in the UWF against the Riz. Nobody may beat this man because he might be last name Exile, but he puts all of his opponents in exile after what he does to them. And we'll certainly, I'm sure, see a lot of that the next 2 weekends. He's Sportswire Radio's triple threat. His name is simply put, effing
yes.
Eddy!
Thank you.
Are you safe on the road right now? Are you okay right now on the road?
I'm good. You guys keeping busy. You know, there's a lot of work to do. You know, I know every wrestler out there. We have our other jobs. We got to focus before we get to get in the ring. And just got out of work. Honestly, this weekend this week towards the weekend has been just busy. Training, getting ready. I have 2 matches for Saturday, and it's a bit shocking, like honestly, I'm a bit shocked. I can't believe what's going on. Saturday's gonna be a big event, and I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you heard about it. You know what's going on.
I did. It's funny. We were talking about it, and you were like, "Oh, did you see my post?" I'm like, "Oh, that one? Yeah, I definitely saw that one. That one, I think I shared it on my page. I'm like, oh, that post, yeah." I saw that post with dollar bills that it wasn't my money this time. It was somebody else's money.
My money, yeah.
Well, I flashed my money on the air, and people were like, "That's a large sum." But yeah, I mean, you were certainly, I guess, wanted, and I guess to quote John Bon Jovi, who ironically saved a woman off a bridge the other day, it seems like Eddy Exile, you were wanted dead or alive right now, figuratively and literally.
I feel, I'm not feeling any pressure, but I'm gonna be honest. It's a bit concerning. It is a bit concerning. I mean,
are you watching around you on the road, by the way, Eddy? I know you're out. I know you're in the bright lights, literally, Brian. But are you okay? Are you sure you're not going to get jumped by RoboCon or Justin April?
I'm still getting used to New York. It's a little different when you're not used to your own streets, but it feels like home. It feels like home. I'm still adapting.
All right, good enough. I'm happy you're safe and sound. We're all hoping you're okay. But
of course, I'm Eddy Exile, actually.
Right, you are the triple threat. There's no question. You are definitely the triple threat. But I guess then maybe we will recap and then talk about these next 2 weekends. So let's go with the recap first, especially for those that are listening and watching here. Prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage. And you are literally right now in prime time. You are literally right now on the biggest stage, and you have bright lights behind you. Eddy Exile, talk about your huge victory last month at the UWF against this guy that you have had your own war of words with for the last God knows how long. And we famously talked about this here on Sportswire Radio on at least a few occasions. The Riz.
The Riz. Mr. Riz. Well, I'll say one thing, all right? I mean, first off, just the whole concept of this whole, ordeal, this whole feud between us, all right? Look, all right, I'm pretty sure you saw the match. I'm just saying in general.
Yes, I did. Your opponent was very kind to send me the match, actually.
Look, I'll give it to Riz. He's definitely a competitor. I mean, I'll tell you that much. It wasn't definitely an easy match where I felt like it was like I was gonna get from point A to point B. That's it, done. I won't lie. The Riz definitely put up a fight, and I'm not gonna lie. The concept that he wanted to go to PA. He wanted to make a statement, and I'll give it to him. I could tell, I don't think he gave me his all, but I could tell that he definitely came down, to basically just, how can I say this,
He tried to get in your head, Eddy. We talked about this when you were here last month. That's what his whole goal was, that you had the experience. You are the veteran in the match. His whole goal and his chance to have any shot at beating you was to get into your head a bit.
I could, that's the thing. I mean, I knew that his game plan when he got there was just like, I just want to intimidate. I want to intimidate. And that's the thing. When I saw him there, my response, of course, I'm not going to lie. I was fueled. I was like, I'm gonna just take him out right now. I mean, honestly, like I know we have the rule. It's like, when you're in the ring, you're in the ring. When you gotta go, when it's time for it to go down, it's time for it to, it's time. But right, when it came down to, I handle it the way I always handle a match. I go in there with respect. I know he's there for a reason, and that's I guess to get inside my head, to break me down. But honestly, like, my game plan was just to keep focus. My focus is just, if you're gonna talk, I'll let you talk. But but that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna be the one that shuts you up, and that's what I did. I didn't want to play no games. I didn't want to come up as I'm not capable of keeping up. But I'll be honest. Right. Like, I was not at 100%. I feel like as if like I could have been a little bit more on my endurance and my stamina.
Was that because you had your birthday the day before? You were celebrating your birthday like there was no tomorrow? Is that what that was, Eddy? Come on, we know you.
I did have my friends. I did have people close to me who came along, and I'm not gonna lie, we did party the night before. There was some swimming involved. There was a lot of pool business partying. I'm not gonna lie, all right. But I guess that was my slip up. One slip up in the match. I was too friendly as well. I know in the beginning I don't know if you
That's what
saw it.
everybody says about you, Eddy. Everybody that I talked to, we had Brandon Castelli a couple of days ago. Oh, I love Eddy Exile. I know everybody says your name. Everybody loves you. In some ways, that's your downfall in a sense. You're just too nice. I mean, for a guy that does what you do, sometimes you let him and kind of get into your head a little bit. I think we talked about this when you were here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he caught me with the slap. I felt like that's what woke me up. I feel like I was thinking too much. Have you really watched the match and you listen to everyone? They tell me not to shake his hand. They tell me not to show respect. They tell me like, just finish him, just finish him. And I guess like little by little it started triggering. But like if you see towards the end of the match, I'm getting exhausted because I guess like I don't fight so much with rage. But then I realized that at some point you gotta know when to switch mode. You know what I mean? Like you can't just always be calm and just say like, all right, this is how it goes. We gotta go how we usually go. The usual routine. You gotta, you have a tactic. You gotta go in there with an idea. But I feel as if though, and this match, this feud, whatever was going on, especially in this match, it was just the idea that I was thinking more, less aggressively, less like this guy really did try to get into your head. This guy did get into your head. He's getting under your skin.
That was a huge thing. I mean, listen, we saw the social media. You were usually, anytime anybody knows you, Eddy, oh, he's so chill, he's calm and collected, cool as the other side of the pillow. And even here on Sportswire, you were getting a little bit into it. And then you and him had those Instagram lives, and it was like he was able to, in a way, take advantage of something or a position you're not used to being in. I think that was his chance to hang in there because, again, you're the veteran in the match. You're the guy by far that has the experience edge. So ultimately, he used to his best of ability to hang in there and to give himself a fighting chance was to play the mind games and the psychology. And that's a credit to him in that sense.
And the one thing he did have there was speed. I'll give him that. Speed was his advantage. That's one big thing. Speed.
He's definitely a high flyer, and you definitely fell on your ass right there.
oh my God. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with other opponents I have, I know like when they're down, they're down. But this guy, I mean, I won't lie. He had energy, man. He had the stamina. He was moving no matter what. See, look at this. Like the man had energy
right there. How about that? That was a good move.
The only thing I had on him was just like I said, I could take the hits. You know, I mean, I was like a rock. I was taking on. He was chipping away, but I wasn't gonna break. So the thing was that I need to work on that stamina. I need to start working more on my speed, my agility, because I see now that
it's a martial arts guy, though. You're always in good shape. You mean to tell me that you need to work more on those things? But you always seem to be able to quote Justin Abel Sain's name. Yes, Abel, but different way we say Abel. But you mean to tell me that you have to do more training wise?
Honestly, it's something I've been feeling a lot lately. It's like, the tides always turn. It's not like, the world keeps moving in a sense. I mean, and that's the thing. Like everyone keeps advancing. It's like, it doesn't stay the same. And that's the thing. When I realized, when I wrestled him, I had the advantage on certain things. Maybe like with the technical skills, if not like the strategy of what I wanted to, how I wanted to dominate. But the thing was that he had speed. So no matter, even the more I gassed, it was an advantage. See, you'll see moments where I start gassing and I'm trying to keep up. But the thing is, like, the only way I was going to get my advantage was getting close. If you look, my problem was that I kept being distant. But as soon as I saw that when he started to get too close, that was my motion. Like right here in this roll, for example, I think they're going to show the third roll.
Yep.
I had to connect. See, there's moments I realized that I can't stop him from being far. I got to stop him at his own game. So it's like cat and mouse. I had to try to catch him. And it's hard especially when someone who's like, who has experience like this, who is technical. You could tell there, he's technical. He knows what he wants to do. But I think the thing was that we're both from different worlds. You could tell he is very strategized. He has an idea. He knows his game plan. And for me, it's more, I'm a wild card. I want to just,
you're a guy that does different things. You're a versatile wrestler. from his success that he needs, he has a certain way of doing things, and that's kind of, in a sense, in a match like this, maybe it helped him in a sense to hang in there as long as he did. I mean, but that's where you used your veteran instinct. That's where your veteran instincts kicked in there, where the match could have ended and you were able to hang in there enough. And then how about this here? This nice little move here and that.
Oh my God. No, that's where I gassed out, bro. Look, watch, you'll see it. Like here, I lift him up, hit him on a turnbuckle, and look, blam, I slipped. I was so exhausted. Look, I'm so exhausted. I had to crawl to get that pin, and for a miracle, you'll see. Like, watch, I am literally dying. I cannot. I was hoping. Like, look, I'm not saying I was afraid he was gonna kick out. I was like, look, I did what I had to. I did what I have to, like, to execute the ending, the finisher. I'm like, all right, this has to be it. All I'm saying is that between us, and if he's watching, I'll be honest. I'll say, like, at least
you have like a bunch of people watching live. You know, this isn't pre-recorded. You know.
No, but no, I'm saying as in between Riz, like as in, like, I'm not trying to be with the wrestler. Hey, I'm not saying like we're not friends. I'm not saying that you're my enemy. I'm just saying, because look, my friendly side always kicks in. But the thing is, when it comes to my honesty, especially to my opponent, it's like I'm showing my vulnerability. Like saying as if, like, all right, your speed was the advantage, so he's probably going to train harder in his speed and his agility. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it. It's all tactics. I don't want to give so much for them to understand what my game plan is. So with Riz, I'll be honest, I feel like a bit, and that's what bothers me still right now, is that it was a bit of luck. It was a bit of luck at the end. I feel like if you see how gassed I am, look, I can't even raise my arm, nothing. I was
clutched your chest. Yeah, you clutched your chest.
I'm so gassed. Oh, if he knew.
So what do you do? Okay, so before, we'll come back to this in a second, but what do you do then to avoid that situation next time? What do you do to avoid being gassed?
So far, I've been doing sprints, doing a lot more jogging, trying to do more, just anything that I can. More, like, especially with swimming, I'm doing things more for my lungs. I'm trying to figure it out. Age takes us.
Make sure you don't lift your opponents up and try to give him a handshake. That's the other thing you should avoid next time.
Yeah, I see what I mean? Like, that's not even that. Did you see the aftermath?
Yeah, I have the video for that. Yes, he was very kind to show me the video. Yes.
I shook his hand. I thought, because the thing is that I saw it like this. We were at a stalemate. Anything could have gone right there. Anything. If I was gassed and he got back up, I won't lie. I'm not saying I'm afraid. I'm just saying that there was a possibility he could have got the upper hand. But the fact that I shake his hand and he just, low blows me. I don't know. I mean, everyone's asking me, is it over? And then after the aftermath,
on you, Eddie, after everything he's done to you, that was on you to lift him up and try to have the handshake. That's on you. You didn't have to do that.
I was talking to my friend Edgar, literally. He was telling me, he's like, you know what? He was like, you shouldn't have shook his hand. You shouldn't. He was telling me right there.
That's what I'm saying here at Sportzwire, Eddie.
And look, I was telling him, my friend, I was just talking to my friend. He was like, you shouldn't have gone soft. You shouldn't have shooken his hand. And I was like, but that's not who I am. I have to show respect. And look what happened. That happened right after I was defending myself of having respect for other people.
Eddie, you're in the UWF of all places. They don't really show respect too much in the UWF. You know your environment, and especially because guys like him who want to certainly make a name off you.
Oh, my God. That's it.
Listen, we've been talking about this on Sportswire the last few weeks. These young kids, these new kids on the block, these young whippersnappers, these youth of the underground nation and the backyard nation, they're looking to make names off guys like you that they feel like that they've been in their spots far too long and are just too comfortable. And that he did exactly what a lot of people on this platform have been talking about. I mean, unfortunately, we love you, Eddie, but that's kind of what the Riz did.
Well, I mean, I learned my lesson. At least my friend was telling me the same thing. I learned my lesson. He did, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to call my friend. You know, everyone's been telling me like, why didn't your friend back you up? Why this? And I'm just like, hey man, leave the wrestling to the wrestlers. Leave all this to the professionals. You know, and he wanted to make a statement. We're actually meeting up tomorrow. He's going with me to the Delaware show. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna kind of promo together.
We're getting to that next.
I'm just saying, like, he's a good guy, and I told him that too, because you know he was right. You shouldn't have shaken his hand. You should have picked him up. You shouldn't have done all what you did in that ring. You showed too much respect. And he was telling me,
you were gullible, Ed. You were gullible. You were gullible. You were gullible. We love Eddie. I love you, Eddie. You know, Eddie. Everybody loves you. You know, you could run for president right now. I mean, people would vote for you in the underground. people are like, you know what? I know people have their opinions on what we're seeing right now, and it's a sideshow. But they love. But you're gullible. You are gullible to think that this guy who's been giving you, and you talk to me on and off the air about him, and you still went to try to give him a handshake, and even before the match, the same thing happened. Ed, and you're in New York. We're both New York guys.
Don't get me started. Come on.
Ed,
I hear it.
Ed, I'm from Brooklyn. You think if somebody was trying to pick on me, the next thing I would do growing up in Brooklyn would lift them up and shake their hand? Yeah, you've been bullying me for the last 6 months, and I beat you up, and now I'm going to hug you. Everything's great. Come on, Ed. We love you. Your friend ain't wrong.
Oh, God. I should have thought. I should have just definitely done the Damn.
You're the arts guy too. You've done music. You're the veteran. That's why when the veteran makes the mistake that the Riz made or would have expected to have made, that's why people are in a way kind of like, you know, but hopefully you use this as a springboard for what we're going to talk about next, at least. I'll put that up on the screen in a second. So hopefully, look, you got a victory. At the end of the day, we live another day. You learn from this. Match was good. You got to win. You had a good birthday weekend. It wasn't what we hoped for at the end. You were certainly hurt. You were clutching your chest, but we now live another day. And I'm kind of wondering, Ed, what your thoughts are. I know a lot of people in the chat want to talk to you, some of your opponents, but what was going on here, my friend? Because I have this up, and obviously I was tagged in this a couple of days ago. And I guess I thought I had a lot of money, but apparently somebody else is beating me to it. And I see here that apparently you're going to be wrestling a man that is no stranger to this platform. I see him up and down. I speak about him every single day. And he's a war machine, a Cambodian one, and his name is Justin Abel Sane. And apparently he was given some money, and he's ready to strap the gear on and bring up some old wounds and old habits against you, because you're now facing Justin Abel Sane this weekend in the state of Delaware. Boy, I hope there is no Delaware water gap between you and Justin Abel Sane upcoming in WTW, my friend.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. I'm not gonna lie. This whole thing is crazy. I get a message one day, a notification, is saying that you're mentioned in a post, and then all I see is that there's money, there's a vest, all this, and I'm like,
I know you told me that. I'm like, oh, that one, yeah, that Justin tagged me in that one, yeah.
Can't believe that, man. Now I have to what? I get a message from Sane. Sane tells he's giving me these messages. I'm like, what's going on? And when I see this post, I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real? I was like, the first thing I wanted to do is I was gonna message Robo Stone and be like, you can't, you're not man enough to just do it yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta hire someone. You gotta get, you gotta get this, like this, I don't even know. You know what? All I gotta say to this whole thing is just bring it. If Sane wants to go one-on-one with me, that's fine. And I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know to the extreme. Apparently, because if you're getting paid. And there's a hit.
This is to wear you out to the point that you'll be even more gassed from what I just saw a couple of weeks ago. And Robo Stoner gets the scraps, and he gets to walk away with a championship.
Sane can still walk away from this. All I gotta say is this: Sane, if you're out there, bro, you don't want any of this, and believe me, you do not want to get in my way. Do not get in my way. I'm only here. I'm only gonna be there. I mean, when I'm there, when I go to Delaware, I'm only there for Robo Stoner. I'm going. I don't care about a title. I don't care about anything. I just want to take out Robo Stoner.
Yeah, but
That's
you think so? Wait. You think Eddie effing Exile? After we just talked about not being gullible, you mean to tell me that you think that there's a possibility that with all that $20 bills I see on the screen, that Justin Abel's saying to walk away from that and not wrestle you? You think that there's still a possibility in that, sir?
if Sane knows what's good for him, he'll walk away and he can keep the money. You know what? That's fine. I don't mind. I mean, I'm just saying in general because that ain't my money. That's Robo Stoner money. But I'm just saying in general, like,
But I'm sure he's contracted as a hitman for hire from Robo Stoner. I mean, I'm sure that it's nothing personal, but it's business, and he ain't walking away.
Sane should know. Sane should understand. No. Sane should know. I am not one to mess with. We have history, Sane and I. And Sane knows respect. Even though he's a big boy, that don't make no difference. If I've clashed with Robo Stoner, I'm telling you right now, that's one big boy. I'm telling you right now.
I know. I'm seeing him in the old Wrestling Matters hardcore tournament. He's a big guy.
No joke. He is no joke. But I'm telling you right now, but he's definitely not shaking me. He's definitely not making me feel afraid. I'm definitely not having any fear when that comes to that match. When it comes to that match, I'm telling you right now, Robo Stoner and I, we're gonna go at it, and that's that. There's nothing gonna stop us from what we're gonna do to each other. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to grab whatever I can find. I don't care what weapons out there because it's a death match. So I'm telling you right now, whatever I find out there, I'm going to use. I don't care. There's going to be blood. There's going to be cuts. There's going to be all this. I don't care, man. Like, look, Robo Stoner needs to know one thing and one thing only is that when I come out to Delaware, I'm coming for him and that's it. I don't care about Sane. Sane wants a piece of me. That's fine. I'll finish him quick. But I'm telling him right now, he just better back down.
But how quick are you gonna? Okay, but how quick are you gonna finish Sane? Because even if Sane's gonna give you a match that's 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, that's again. You just talked about being gassed. You gotta still face.
7, 8, 9, 10 minutes of me whooping his ass.
He's a big boy. Ed, you admitted what I think a lot of us all know already about Justin. I know Justin. He's been on my platform before. He's a big boy. You said it yourself. He's a big boy. I mean, he's a war machine. He's Cambodian. He ain't gonna just all of a sudden lay down for you. Ain't gonna be no finger poke of doom in Delaware. Ain't gonna be the Delaware poke of doom. You know that with him.
Hey, look. If I need to sum up the energy for a whole match, I don't mind. The fact is that I need to make my point. I need to make a statement, and that's just the fact of if you're in my way, there's no one thing. I'm going right through you. That's it. I have only one mission, one goal for that night, and that's me versus Robo Stoner. That's it. Sane wants to get involved, let him get involved, but he better understand I'm going right through it. I don't care. If I could finish it quick, save the energy, I'll do it. But if I can't and I have to have a full match with Saint Abel, so be it. So be it. And I know what? And you know what? I'll do right. And you know, once we're done, I'm gonna look Robo Stoner right in the face and tell him, "You're next."
You're gonna do that to Robo Ed? You sure you're gonna do that to Robo Stoner?
Because the last show we were at, I earned that title, and whatever happened, that didn't make sense to me. I should have gotten that title. I should have won that match. The fact that he couldn't continue, whatever may be, I'm just saying in general. I had a match before that match, and after that, now when it comes to my match, finally the singles with Robo Stoner, and I don't get my win. But all right, but then I get what? I get the rematch I want, and he has the nerves to put a hit out on me. I have to now face someone before our match.
No, he wants something very badly, and if he wants it that bad and he's willing to pay for it, I mean, Justin Abel Sane's a guy that if I was in that spot and I do have the resources, I mean, not a bad choice. I mean. You can't disagree with that. Justin Abel Sane's a big boy. He's a warman, and you have history with him. And that's the other thing that's interesting. I mean, that's really smart by Robo Stoner. Maybe some would say unlike Robo Stoner, but that's a smart move on his tactic because Justin Abel Sane has history with you and he knows your weaknesses. So for Robo Stoner to pay a guy like Justin Abel Sane to further soften you up, hats off to him.
Well, then we'll see what happens. All I know is that all I see
I'm
right now
pulling
is
for you, Ed. I will say I'm pulling for you, but I mean, Ed, you're just like, I don't know what's going on. Are you okay these days? Is New York City getting to you or what?
it's fine. I think it's not that anyone's
sure?
getting the fact that you know what? I'll be real. I feel as if whatever all this going on, you know, it's gonna flip me. I think I see change, and that's I think the only thing I don't. The one thing I'm more afraid of is letting myself go. And I think the one thing you don't want is to open a can of worms. And that's what I'm gonna say right now is that everyone's always seen the good side of Exile. Nobody wants to see Eddy Exile in his bad, in a bad day. And I'll tell you that right now.
What I want to know what is a bad day of Eddy Exile? Because even I saw what the Riz does to you, and you're still shaking hands with him.
Yeah.
You know,
I think after the Riz, after that whole scenario, I'm telling you right now, that's already just, that was like not breaking point. That's for me to know that it's getting there. You know what I mean? It's getting there. You know that like it's in the concept where it's like it's testing me, and it's kind of just like my patience is wearing thin, and right now this whole thing with Robo Stoner and Sane Abel, it's honestly just to the point where what?
Abel Sane. It is Abel Sane, not Sane Abel.
Oh yeah, Abel Sane. And the thing is that I'm just gonna say this. No, I'm gonna say that in general. Like when it comes down to it, this weekend, this show coming up.
It's a big weekend for you, Ed. It's a big weekend.
No, but I'm saying that I'm gonna show another side. I'm gonna show them Eddy Exile is not one to mess with. I want Abel Sane to see to understand this, and when we wrestle, I want at the end of the match to understand, like, he made one big mistake, and that's just crossing my path, especially when I'm already on the mission, especially when I know who's my target. So this weekend, you're gonna see another side, and that's not me just sending a warning. That's a promise. That's a promise. When I get in that ring with Sane and Robo Stoner, it's gonna be a match like you've never seen. It's gonna be something completely different. It's not gonna be me, and I'm gonna say that right now. I'm not holding back. This is it. If I gotta fight two giants, if I gotta fight two big guys in one day, so be it. I'm gonna.
Let me ask you. You've done a lot.
Be at the big guns.
I got. And we're here with Eddy Exile, of course. Eddy is going to be in the ring twice coming up here this Saturday in WTW. He's going to be wrestling Justin Abel Sane, not Sane Abel, and Robo Stoner, the one and only Robo Stoner. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally. We're all wrestling matters. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers here on Sportzwire Radio. So we are less than 100 away. So if you were here, hit the sub button, have your friends hit the sub button. We can continue our road to 1,000 subscribers. Although I do feel like what Cody Rhodes felt like trying to get the title from Roman Reigns, because I'm now on this road for like 5 days and I lost subscribers since. But that's a different conversation for a different. Yeah, I lost 2 subscribers since I announced the road to 1,000 subscribers. But not about me tonight. I feel your pain. Is this it's crazy? I know people think it's funny, but my mother thinks it's funny. But that's a different conversation for a different time. But let me ask you this though. You've done a lot in your career. You've been in a lot of big matches. You wrestled a lot of different guys. Is this the most physical weekend you have coming up in your career?
It is. Honestly, it honestly is. Like, I don't usually do like double bookings. I don't do things like that. I don't find myself in a position where it's like, I'm a target, and like
you're wanted dead or alive, figuratively and literally. I mean, hopefully you have a steel guitar around your straps there.
Hey man, honestly, I have no fear. I'm not afraid of anything on this point when it comes down to this show. The only thing I'm determined about is the outcome, and that's all I want to see is me at the end with my arm being raised for both matches, and that's it. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that with like a man with respect. But I'm going to say that, though, like, for the time being, outside of the ring, before the match, I am a man with respect. I'm a gentleman. But then when it comes to that bell, when it rings, and we're standing in there, that's it. That's it. Like starting from now on, after this whole experience with Riz, being, like being too trusting, being too respectful. The honest truth is that now I'm realizing that I can't play that.
Local environments like UWF, WTW, TF Crew again. These aren't gentleman-like environments. These are basically family-friendly wrestlers that are going to just hug and shake your hand afterwards and be good sport and show sportsmanship. This isn't like playing Little League Baseball or CYO basketball back in the day where everybody had to shake hands. In these environments, and I'm with you, I'm all about sportsmanship. I'm all about shaking hands, doing the right things. But in these environments, to stay ahead, you're going to get walked and trampled over like we just saw with Riz before. You know that.
So I guess for this weekend, I'm going to have a different game plan.
You better make sure the doors are locked right now in that car. You better make sure that nobody's following you. You better make sure that Robo-Stone hasn't put out more hits on you.
I would love nothing more than someone to ruin my day, to get in my car and be like, hey, Exile, like, what's up? Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, bro, I don't mind. So I came into my car right now, and I had to do, and I had to like.
It would be good. It would be good. But let's not.
I would love to practice. I would love to practice. I need it for this weekend.
Eddy, you know what's funny? You're going to actually be proud of this. I've actually been using what you said last time on Sportswire, where you talked about we all got to get along, the positive approach. You do your thing. I do mine. We're all on the same team. And then here you are, Eddy. You've gone away from it.
I'm saying this. What you're saying, too, what you're telling me, it's like they're different. When it comes to these fans, being a gentleman. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're right. So maybe my tactic should be, when I'm there, I go to their level, and I can show them.
Yes,
I'll show them, and I'm going to show them that I can take control of that level. That in the sense that you could be here, but I'll be one step ahead. If not, I'll be one level up, because I'll tell myself, this is the game that you play. I'm not saying I like to play dirty. I'm not saying I like to be the bad guy. But you know what? The truth is, good sometimes goes bad. And that's the truth. Good guys have to be the bad guy. And that's the thing. That's what
all the time. Guys, Bret Hart famously, he did it once upon a time. Sting did it. I mean, go back in history and we see it from time to time. But
the quote. The quote is, you all know this quote where it's like, they always need someone to point at and say, that's the bad guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, if that's who I have to be, I have no problem being as dirty, as bad, and disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind being the worst heel ever. I don't mind being just, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But if you want to see me at that level, then so be it. But
I would prefer you being the Eddy Exile we love, but you're putting your back is against the wall right now. But I have a lot of people that want to say hello in the chat. Let me get to everybody in the chat. But I know you're on the road. We want to, obviously let you go home eventually, go on the road. Zilla, by the way, Zilla is a real person. Zilla was on Instagram. She was chatting with Jack Delter, and she's really a fan. She follows you. She watches everybody's matches. I don't know how she has the time, but she really exists, and we love Zilla. And Zilla, yes, and we all Wrestling Matters. And he's my next topic. We're coming to him next. It's that time, my guy, with the best mutton chops beard in the game, and this guy, Eddy. We'll get to him next. Don't worry. I got a lot of comments. People have been waiting for you for a while. Yes, we love Rob O'Malley, but we love Eddy Exile. My buddy, the Tribal Cheese in the UK, who was up at 4 o'clock in the morning almost to watch us, and I have to get him back on Sportswire. It's been 3+ months. Hope he's doing well. And speaking of people, Mr. Justin Abelsane. Good evening, gentlemen. Eddy, hope you're ready for a war. Nothing personal with this pay. Nothing personal with this pay.
Okay.
Money. Next comment. Want to say hello to my buddy, Mr. Thomas Taft. Thomas has been a huge part of the independent scene in Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Carolina, Ohio. I don't know if you ever connected with him, but he says, I would love to say hello to the Sportswire universe and hello, Eddy F and Exile. I like the venue. He liked the venue of the UWF match. I wonder if you ever been on the same show with the Brooklyn Prodigies?
I actually have. I actually freaking have. I see them post, and I'm just like, these guys are doing really good. You know, like
They're
I see
really
them at
like, oh my
UWF.
God, they're like one of the best tag teams like in the circuit. I was wondering, I'm like, you have to know them. They're Thomas is very good friends with them, and the Stompers. Have you been on the scene with the Stompers yet?
No, I don't think I have yet.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think
Prodigies. I figured because the Prodigies have did the UWF and they've done Pro Wrestling Venom, so I figured you'd
they
know
done
that.
really good. I've seen them at UWF. They done really good. I
Yeah,
think
they're
I think
really
I've seen them in a
good
match with JJ Stevens. I think I've seen them with certain like other tags in there. Yeah, they done a lot. You know, of course, you know, we all know JJ Stevens. We all know.
who has a win over
like a little
Tarzan
brother,
Duran.
like the guy's a maniac.
JJ Stevens, who has a win over Tarzan Duran. Go figure, right?
Hey, he's
big
there.
win. Listen, win's a win. It's a huge win. I'll take it.
He's a strong man, dude. That's a big boy.
I had both of them on the show. Javi Kent's in the house. Eddy making excuses. But Justin Abel saying does want to say that's why I respect Eddy. He always knows we're never done bettering ourselves. The times may make us enemies, but I still respect the grind. Very good analogy there.
No, but he was like the last comment too. The last one is true. Like making excuses. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel there's moments where I do make excuses for certain things, especially my kindness. Especially my kindness. What did he say?
Well, they're tag team partners in TF Crew, so they're tag teaming on you almost.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm
saying. Gonna beat you, Eddy. Well, he's coming next. If Sane doesn't.
All right, Javi. I saw Javi.
I see you. I see you. Yes, let's go. Doc Holliday says hello. Doc Holliday, the Doc Holliday. All right, well, stay tuned. Hold on to those thoughts. Hold on to those. I'm gonna get to some comments. You just wait. Oh, should have paid Javi, and we would have put in more work. We'll see. Want to say hello to Mr. Levi McDaniel, who is all the way up in the state of Iowa. Did some work pro, did some Japan training, a lot of other things. He's a jack of all trades, and he masters all of them. And we had an honor to have him on here a few weeks ago in your chair. Sane Abel. He liked it, Doc. But we get along well, but this boy has a big contract. You won't reach Robo Stoner, not with me there. You know what you'll have to do to stop me. Justin Abel Sane giving some big, big money words. And boy, did he earn that money. But, you know, I think it might be time, Mr. Eddy, before I get to obviously speaking about something else, before I get to one more comment. I do have one more comment, and I'd like to say hello to my buddy, Mr. Nolan Money McDermott, who's from small town backyard wrestling, all the way in the great state of Illinois, and he's been a big topic on this platform. And Eddy, don't want the smoke with me again. Well, speaking of smoke, speaking of those things, we know that coming up here, you're going to be in a match the following weekend with this guy, Rob O'Malley. And I was wondering what your thoughts were coming up the following weekend in Amsterdam, New York, where you might actually be, I guess, the enemy. You might actually be the guy that, well, let's just say is maybe you're going to be the bad guy because it's Rob O'Malley country in Amsterdam. I was wondering, how do you feel about that? No home field advantage for you in this match.
Well, there's no advantage, but I remember when I was there for WZW, I took most of the territory. I was the one killing it out there. And Rob, I'm sorry, Rob, but I you know, like honestly between us, I respect Rob O'Malley, but you know what? I'm not gonna say that I don't appreciate his talent and what he could do in the ring. I just know for a fact that, you know, him and I have clashed a few times. I'm gonna say right now that I don't feel like he's a threat. I really could care less.
You think that he's now? You don't worry about him in the same way.
These guys that talk, I'm realizing, especially with Riz, these guys talk. And you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like Rob is one of the guys that I know. He's a big guy, and he just talks.
I know I've had Rob on the platform. I know Rob very well. Rob has become a regular on the platform. But so Rob O'Malley, you're not worried about at all. Rob O'Malley, that's going to be an easy day in the office, right, Eddy?
Let me try right now. You think I'm really worried? You think I'm really worried about a man that looks like a wrestler, that looks like a broke ass? All right, a broke ass Jason Momoa. Let me just say that right now again.
Eddie,
was like
what's got
a
into you? Eddie, wow, a
broke.
broke-ass Jason Momoa.
Look at
Wow.
that right now. You ever see Rob O'Malley with his hair down? You ever seen
I
him going up
have.
the
I
grades
watched
and all
him
that?
in
Look,
Blockbuster last year.
hey,
Yeah, I
I'm
actually
sorry.
know him.
I'm
Yes, I
sorry.
do.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk hate. I'm gonna talk hate about Rob because Rob cannot step to this. Rob cannot step to this. I've caught him so much with mood songs, the key crusher, all these. I've caught him with all of it. What's he gonna hit me with? You know what? I feel like literally, all right. Sane is more of a challenge. I feel like I feel more of a threat from Sane compared to Rob O'Malley.
But why
I
are
mean,
you underestimating Rob O'Malley? He was very impressive in the ring. He's been around for a while. You know his track record.
He don't impress me. He don't impress me. I'll say that right now. I don't know where Rob is.
Are you trying to? Well, I see where this is going. Are you trying to say that Rob O'Malley doesn't have the skill set of? Let's throw some names out there: Jeff Nova, names like Justin Abel Sane, names like even the Riz, names like Brandon Castelli, a list of whole other names you've mentioned, and maybe you're underestimating him. Maybe Eddie, you have
all no. Jamie Tyler, Nova, Chris Jackson, all these guys. Yeah. Oh, they're legit. No, they're legit.
But Rob O'Malley, he's not on that level. You're telling me.
Rob ain't nothing close to that level. Not close to my level, their level. No way. You know what? If he, you know what? That's what I expect. Next week, I hope he proves that he's at my level and that he can actually keep up. Because you know what? I've been with wrestlers. Who can't even keep up with me. You know what? Riz was the first one I felt like, all right, that's over. This guy has energy. He could keep going. But Rob ain't close to me. Rob ain't nothing. Rob ain't gonna do nothing.
Ed, do you want to repeat that again? Repeat, because I have to get my ears checked. I just want to make sure. You mean to tell me, correct, that Rob ain't nothing? Is that correct?
Rob ain't jack. He ain't nothing. And I would say that's what he's gonna bring next week. Nothing. He ain't bringing nothing.
He didn't bring nothing, huh? So you know what?
The heat. Just like I'm bringing the heat Saturday, next Saturday, that's what I do. I'm bringing the heat. Ain't no one taking it from me. No one's taking anything
from you. You sure? No, just to make sure. He brings nothing, right?
This Saturday, next Saturday, you're gonna see a whole nother Exile. I don't care what anyone thinks. This is my game now. I'm taking control. Sane, Robo Stoner, Rob O'Malley, you're all going out. All three done. All three done. And I already know in my head how am I gonna do it. All right, let's see. Saturday, done. I'm going to win first round. I'm going to win second round. Rob O'Malley, I'm going to be beaten from the week before, but I'm going to come back into that ring. When I come in next week, I'm going to be 120, 150, 200.
Eddie, I don't know if people think you're unhinged or they're not taking you seriously, but Eddie, the temperature's about to get a lot warmer for you, Eddie, because apparently you've said so much right now that apparently your opponent next weekend, he's here and he just all of a sudden is Rob O'Malley.
He's so jealous that the broke Jason Momoa has his luscious hair. He's so jealous. You sound like a natural drug. Unbelievable. You make so many excuses just because I don't know why you do it. You just make excuses to, I don't know, make yourself feel better, whatever helps you go to sleep. When I lose, I take accountability. I know when I fuck up, I fuck up. All right, so those matches where you beating me, I ain't blaming you. I ain't blaming no interference. The rest, I ain't blaming nobody. It's me. But you caught me at a rookie. I've been in the game for a while now. I've gotten better. I've leveled up on a new level, baby. You already know what I do.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put you out next week, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in this Doors Invitational this Saturday. I'm gonna show you what I can do.
Rob, I just want to say it's funny that you said that we're here with Rob O'Malley and Eddy Exile. I have a bunch of comments. The chat's now starting to get hot. We'll get into them. We'll let them talk in a few minutes. But I'm starting to see Eddy really become unhinged. We've seen it the last few appearances on Sportzwire with him. We see it tonight. He talks about one guy in the UWF, Justin Abel, saying he's talking about him and is certainly not showing up to the match. Robo Stoner is, again, no joke. And now he's talking about you. And This is unlike Eddie Exile. Maybe Eddie
I'm
Exile.
talking
Maybe he
trash.
really
No,
is
I'm
good.
talking trash. I'm talking trash about him. There's a difference. I was talking about Shane. I'm talking about Robo Stoner, but I'm talking trash about this guy right here. This guy right there. Where is it?
Rob O'Malley. Yes, it's Rob O'Malley. He's
this guy. Oh my God.
chat. This is Eddie's Exile's moment. Get out. Get out of the chat.
No.
Let's get interesting now.
Your moment. It's my moment now.
This is an A and B
coming to bring the heat.
A and B
I'm
conversation.
bringing the action. I'm bringing the hype. I said it from my beginning rookie season. I'm bringing the hype. I am the hype. And you're going to see exactly why I am the hype. Because I'm tired of you barely winning. Let's get that out there. You barely beating me every single time. Now,
talk.
I'm going to make sure I'm going to
I need action. You got a week, so you got some time. You got some time. I gotta focus on Sade and Robo Stoner first. Then I'll give you my time. Right now,
just talk. Only 9 days from now, though.
You're already talking. I'm already on your mind. It's not even mind games. You're already in love with me. You're already in love with this broke Jason Momoa, homie. I'm already in your mind.
I would drive to Amsterdam right now just to whoop your ass, Rob.
I gotta
say something, Rob. I knew it. Because you know what? Eddie Exile is now, he knows he's going into enemy territory. You've got the home field advantage, Rob. You're in your home. You're going to have friends, family, everybody else. And Eddie knows that he's unhinged. He's unhinged, Eddie Exile.
He's good at keeping his cool, but he's shaking in his boots. He's shaking in his boots.
Get through the bid. I don't care, bro. I don't even care where I am. I do not care. I will take the show. I will take the show, and I'm gonna whoop your ass, Rob. I'm whooping your ass next week.
Look, this right here.
Oh, Rob. Oh, anytime before that. Oh, if I get my hands on you, brother. Oh, you can't. Yo, I swear, I am going to hurt you, Rob. I'm going to hurt you, Rob. I'm going to hurt you, Rob.
You know what?
You're going to feel. You're going to see what
I'm not even going to wait for you. I'm going to come to you.
Oh my God! Did you wait a minute? Are we going to see a repeat of what happened with Serve Strickland and Hangman Page? Are you telling me, Rob O'Malley, you are going right now to Eddie Exiles? I mean, you have the address. Everything else.
I'm already in the car.
Oh my God! He's in the car. He's in the car.
I will be there. I will be there.
I will send you my address.
I got a full tank of gas, Papa, and I'm ready to go.
Oh my goodness,
bro. Yo, me and you right now, Rob. Right now, screw this. I won't even wait for next week. We can do a stream match right now. I don't even care. Broad daylight. I don't care, bro. We can do this right now. I do not care, bro. You are not worth my time. And I can get it before next week.
I'm going to make sure that you know I am worth the time. This next Saturday, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show Tom. I'm showing everybody that my time is now. I'm leveling up. I'm on so many new levels, getting invited everywhere now to wrestle everywhere. I'm traveling places that I haven't wrestled in, and now I'm wrestling everywhere. I'm showing everybody, even in my hometown, that I am nothing to mess with. I am the real deal now. All right?
Really? Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me listen. Do you hear Rob? Do you hear Rob O'Malley?
Oh my God.
I don't hear. Hold on.
Eddie, he's not
Let me give it the time. Hold on. I think I'll hear someone say your name because you're so big. Hold on. No, I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. I don't hear Rob O'Malley when I go to UWF. I don't hear Rob O'Malley when I go to TM.
Even when you're there, they're going to see what I can do. They're going to see what I can do.
UW. I don't hear Rob O'Malley. I don't hear it from backyard underground independent. I don't hear Rob O'Malley. I don't hear Rob O'Malley.
Eddie, I'm gonna mute you in a second. We love you, Ed, but Rob's right here in front of you. He's right there.
Yeah, mute his ass. He talks too much. Too many excuses.
I think Eddie Exile's losing. He's losing his marbles. He's just.
Because
like what's
he
eating
knows what I
Gilbert
can do.
What's eating Eddy Exile right now? What is eating, ladies and gentlemen? What is eating Eddy Exile? He has just become. Eddy Exile was this peace-loving man that everybody's got to get along. I'm a gentleman. We shake hands. We hug. Sportsmanship, karate. But now, Rob O'Malley, you're the latest person. Listen, I don't even think the way Eddy Exile's going, he might not
Put
even
your
make
finger
it.
down. Let the man talk. Let the man talk. Put your finger down. Show some respect. Put your finger down.
This Saturday and next Saturday, I swear you're gonna see the worst side of me. Oh, you saying Robo Stoner, I swear you guys are gonna see the worst side of me. I'm done talking. I'm done with this bull.
I'll tell you
Oh my God, Eddy Exile, he's done tonight on the air.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to destroy all three of you. There's no kidding on that. I'm gonna win every match. Ain't no one stopping me. I am on a
lucky. You're lucky you're not in this Doors Invitational, because I would love to slam you through so many doors. Even after you lose, I would still slam you through doors after doors after doors. I'm tired of losing to you, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm going to beat the shit out of you, bro.
Oh my God! Rob O'Malley has said basically forcefully tonight.
Bring it, Rob. Bring it. You ain't got
showed up on your stream tonight, Ed. He showed up on your stream. He showed up. He's unhinged. Eddy Exile. You know what? There is a lot of people in the chat, and they're just right now. They're just perplexed. It's been a difficult last month for you, Eddy Exile. I mean, you're now going to, and if you even make, you know what? We talk about you going to Amsterdam. I'm not even sure if you're going to make it out of Delaware on Saturday. Between Justin Abel Sane, a Cambodian war machine, and Robo Stoner, I mean, Rob O'Malley, he might actually be doing the job that Justin Abel Sane and Robo Stoner are going to be so, I'm sure, so happy to eagerly take the piece of, because Rob O'Malley tonight is started to carve up what's left of Eddy Exile, ladies and gentlemen, because he may not even make it to Amsterdam for TF Crew. They might have to rechange the show and maybe replace you as an opponent for Rob O'Malley, because what I see from you tonight, Eddy, I mean, Rob O'Malley's come here, has interfered into your own stream. Justin Abel Sane's taking hundreds of dollars of money from Robo Stoners, and he's fired up right now, and you got right now
you lucky.
Robo Stoners out there. He's loving this.
Didn't pay me. If he would have paid me that match, I would have destroyed you and I would have left you in Delaware.
Oh my God!
And I, you know me, I would have spent all that money on them booze, them booze and whores. You know I would have been had straight New York, make it rain, baby.
Why didn't you take that?
But I do it for free. I fight because I love it.
You're afraid, Rob. I'll see you next week, Rob.
I'll tell you what, I think Eddy Exile has lost his mind. We have to mute him and let him go potentially. Let me get to the chat, though. Eddy Exile has been muted because, ladies and gentlemen, it's gotten to him too much. Eddy don't want the smoke. Jackson Snow of all people, a man you both know very well, has said, how's it going? And by the way, congratulations to Mr. He's got a birthday coming up, and on top of that, he's going to be having a new child on the way. So congratulations!
All right, brother.
Yes, he's doing well. Eddy Exile, just like he was in RCW. Justin Abel Sane is saying what we're all saying tonight. Stop underestimating your opponents. I made the same mistake once, and you saw what happened to me. They will cheat to win. Eddy Exile, he's undermining himself.
All of you guys, y'all three.
This guy muted.
We'll have to mute him. Eddy, he was crying in laughter. And listen, and Jackson Snow shocked about Rob O'Malley. Yes, and we see it's a reunion.
Good, buddy.
And yes, we love Rob O'Malley on Sportswire. It is a reunion. It is an RCW reunion. And unhinged Eddy's work, it is. Big Texas is here. And by the way, we are so happy that Robert Pearson, a friend of ours, is doing well. It was a huge talk for those that may know out there. Robert Pearson was going through a couple things. We're glad he's doing well. He's on the road back. We pray and we love Robert Pearson. He's the bone shaker. He's one half of the DBW Tag Team Champions, and we are praying for a nice recovery and to see him back on Sportswire real soon. So we say hello to Big Tex and everybody else that's praying for him as well. Yes, Rob O'Malley is the party starter. Justin Abel saying already to Delaware, but now he's here seeing Eddy Exile unravel. Eddy Exile is unraveling right now live. He's been muted. He's been muted because he's lost his mind. He's lost his marbles. And Eddy is becoming unhinged. Listen, Rob, I know you want him next Saturday, but I think he ain't making it. He's not making it out of Delaware. It just seems like right now. If he
doesn't make it out of Delaware, I'll make sure I'll be there and drag his ass to Amsterdam and continue the ass whooping.
Roadkill could very well be. I'm about to see a New York Brawl, a Donnybrook. I'll say that for you. Loud, a Donnybrook. And Eddy Exile is doing the bird. Bird. Eddy Exile's only word he can say is the bird. Right now he is unhinged. Nah. It is a wild night. I think I'm going to let you guys both have a few final thoughts for you, because I can see Eddy Exile. He's lost his marbles right now. Rob O'Malley.
Go fuck yourself. How about that, buddy? How about you go fuck yourself?
Go fuck yourself. I can't believe Eddy Exile, who's Mr. obviously sportsmanship, who's always let's get along. You know what? Forget about that.
He knows, Tom. He knows. He knows I have his number. He knows I'm the only one who can keep up with him. He knows I can match the power and strength and technique that he has. He knows I have it all. I just been buying my time, perfecting it, making it better, making it nice and shiny, you know?
Oh,
he knows what I can do.
Eddy Exile. I mean, between the Riz, Sane, Robo Stoner, now O'Malley. I mean, Eddy, I love you, Ed. But it seems like right now, I mean, you have definitely lost. You've become 5150. You've definitely almost become the criminally insane. To quote the 5150. I don't know. I just pray you get to Delaware. I pray you get into One Piece because we want to see you back in Amsterdam. But I'm having second thoughts right now for you, Ed.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, so let's leave it at this. You know, because I got training to do for this Saturday. So let me say this real quick. Rob, watch your back. You watch your back. I know you're gonna be there Saturday. You watch your back.
I don't need to watch my back. I don't need to.
That door, I'm telling you. You better watch your back.
The more you keep knocking me down, I'm getting up and I'm coming for you.
That's all. Until next Saturday. That's
all right. Well, I think Eddy Exile, he's got nothing else to say. Rob, do you want to say anything else to Ed before we let you two men both go? Because this has just been an unhinged
schoolboy bitch. Go and say something.
Jason Momoa is going to beat the crap out of you like Aquaman did in every fucking ocean shit. I'm gonna beat you,
and this will be better than Aquaman 2. What we see between Eddy Exile and Rob O'Malley, it's gonna be better than what I saw in the box office earlier this year with Aquaman 2. TF Crew, Amsterdam.
They should have cast me for that. Maybe
the movie would have sold more tickets. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Because I want you to go buy some tickets right now. Hardcore Hangout.
Yo, Aquaman sucks.
Tickets are still available.
You just wish you were a hero.
If Rob O'Malley played him, it just would have sucked more than what he sucked. It just sucks. Aquaman sucks. Why would you want to be Jason Momoa?
Drunk 24/7. I'm the one who be drinking every day, and I sound more sober than you do.
You could have said Stargate. You could have said anything else, but you had to go with Aquaman. Aquaman sucks. He is like the worst hero.
Bro, I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now.
I think we got the point.
Listen, yo, you ain't not in. Yo, go be an Aquaman.
The ladies love Aquaman.
Yo,
because Aquaman could do things to ladies that you can't do.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the point. Right now, it is war. It's going to be a hardcore hangout like no other. TF Crew. Next Saturday in Amsterdam, New York. It seems to me, before we sign off, Rob O'Malley definitely has the home field advantage. It's going to be a long way between right now and next Saturday for Eddy Exile. He's got a lot on his mind. He's got Rob O'Malley here in the Flesh and Wound. He's got Justin Abel Sane and Robo Stoner. And who knows if he even makes it out to Delaware, but Rob O'Malley has declared that he will personally go to Delaware and drag what is left of Eddy Exile, should he survive that, to the TF Crew Hardcore Hangout, Volume 1. And I can tell you what, it is going to be annihilation like we've never seen. You want to talk about one of the things we've seen on this platform of late? I think this is a throwback show tonight. This is a throwback. We are in war. This is almost similar to what I saw Tuesday in the presidential debate between these two guys. Eddy Exile is definitely doing his own Trump version. He's losing his mind. He's fighting with people in the chat. He's fighting his fellow wrestlers. I mean, boy, are we going to see Eddy Exile come out next on Instagram and say that this show was rigged tonight? Are we going to see Eddy Exile come out there and say Gabe Sayers and the TF Crew have they rigged the event? I mean, listen, I don't even know what to say. All I can say is you have to follow these two men. Eddy Exile's on Instagram. Rob O'Malley's on Instagram. They're on TikTok. You can go follow them through TF Crew, UWF, WTW, all these other promotions they've worked for. It's about all wrestling matters. And this was one definitely, ladies and gentlemen, in prime time, the brightest slice, the biggest stage. And I agree with Jackson Snow. You want to talk about being centered with no control. This will get a lot worse, but that's why we're going to let these two gentlemen go on their merry ways. Eddy Exile, make sure those doors are locked. Make sure you obviously get to your destination safe.
My doors are unlocked. The windows are open.
Leave them open. I'll be bringing the liquor.
We've lost control.
I'll be bringing the liquor and knocking on that door.
I'm about to take that door. With everybody. Y'all can all come over. Y'all can all come over. I'll whoop everyone's ass. There ain't no jumping here.
The door's off because I'm going to bust through the door like the Kool-Aid man. I'm telling you right now. Take the doors off because I'm coming through.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is a reason why. You've got to go hit that sub button for us on Sportswire Radio, YouTube Sportswire Radio 6579. The road to 1,000 subscribers, it continues. And boy, the road for Eddy Exile and Rob O'Malley is definitely getting a lot more bumpier. It's getting a lot more narrower. But I know one thing. I can't wait to talk about the fallout from this after September 21st. Go out and support these men. Zilla, we're going to give you the last comment. Yes, we say hello to everybody. James Taylor, ROEW owner, is scouting. He's scouting both you men. You never know. And yes, Chase Wakefield is back.
Man. You want the party started. I'm going to say that.
I think we want the guy that's going to be at the hardcore hangout, and I want these two men to be at their very best. And tonight we got that gentleman. I'm going to let you go, Rob O'Malley. You've got obviously a lot more to do to get to Amsterdam. Eddy Exile, you're on the road to Delaware. We hope you have safe travels. We hope you make it. And boy, I am pumped up. I can't wait for more of this after September 21st. And I just hope what we saw tonight, it's going to be just as good, if not better, at Hardcore Hangout next Saturday, fellas.
Well, look, I got one more statement, all right? I'm not trying to start the issue. I'm not trying to start the issues. I'm only trying to be cool.
Say your bullshit.
Trying to be cool, all right? For a fact, I'll put this out there as a statement, all right? Rob O'Malley does not party. This man is so whack. He is not a party animal. Everyone look at me.
Me like that.
You know what? I think Eddy Exile,
but you do not say I don't party.
My man will destroy the party. He just walks in there. We're just like, oh, it's fucking ruined. This party sucks.
The moment I get to the ring, everybody wakes up and they start to cheer. They stand on their feet.
That's it. That's all I had to say.
I think we've had enough. I think we've had enough tonight because we know that
we're tired.
The time this is going to come to a halt next Saturday in Amsterdam, and the talk
over your shoulder.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Rob O'Malley, the Bearded Wonder, and I want to thank Eddy Effin Exile for their time. We can't wait to see what's ahead. One more time before we sign off, please go to Eddy Exile and TF Crew's Instagram page for more information. Get your tickets now. Get them through me. Even you want to go, DM me, and I'll make sure you get there. It is going to be a warfare, a savage annihilation warfare like no other. Total effing chaos is supporting this. Saw Underground, all great things, all great people. It's about all wrestling matters. We got a big chunk of that tonight. I cannot wait to see. This is going to be a classic. It's going to be a slobber knocker. It's just going to be an all-out brawl, and it's going to be an all-out hardcore hangout. Some would say maybe it's the beginning of the fall, the end of the summer. I say things are just getting started between these two men and more. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We're going to let you go on your merry way and let you guys just focus on getting to the ring. Eddie, I hope you get out of Delaware in one piece. Rob, always good to see you. You're better than Jason Momoa, and Aquaman 2 would have sold a lot more tickets if you were there in Momoa's place. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My name is your voice, figuratively and literally. We're all Wrestling Matters, the Reverend Tom Bryce, and we were joined by Eddie Exile and Rob O'Malley, stars of TF Crew and so many other great places. If you're here on SportsWireRadio.org, I'm going to be here tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, right after SmackDown. Join me. We'll talk about this and anything else that's on your mind. I'll also be here Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time with America's resident rock star, Sean Joby, defending the lives of WC and his company against these young whippersnappers, these youth of the Backyard Nation. But until then, if you're on YouTube, hit that sub button for us. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one Global Radio